Good morning, everyone. It is September the 9th, and today we're going to be working on some anterior visual things, and then we're going to be working on some movement drills, and then we're going to do a 10-minute blast, and we're going to work on our movement drills again before we stretch. So what you're going to need is a chair and a pair of weights and something to focus on, whether it is a pen, a pencil, a marker. You could have something solid like a mouse. Okay. But this works a whole lot better because you can hold it much more cleanly and clearly than anything else. And this is what we're going to actually start. No, we're actually not going to start with this. We're going to warm up first because that's what I feel like doing. And I have to look at my list here of songs because I don't want to start with that, but I do want to start with this one. Here we go. Turn it on. All right. Let your arms be nice and long, but you're going to march and you want to have your whole arm keeping the time. So it's nice and long. You can march yourself forward, and you need to figure out where your long space is in the room, guys. The space where you're going to have the most room to move. Go ahead and do some marching backwards. Long arms to the point where you can almost feel the blood tingling in your fingertips. Good. All right, let's come out midway and march those feet out. Using the hips, keeping your hands swinging. Now, you are propelling the swing here because you want them to be in time with what your legs are doing. Good. Roll your hands while your hands are moving. Your arms are moving. Go wider if you can. 4, 3, 2, arms up. Press your elbow. So go over the top of your head with your thumb. Gentle now. This is warm up. So you're not reaching high, you're curving over. Now let's go across our face here. We're going to go elbow across, elbow across. Kind of take your thumb towards your other shoulder. Good. Now level. This allows you to turn a little bit more in your spine. Not a power move necessarily. Part of the warm-up. And elbows down. Arms down. All right. Okay. Let's pick up our object of interest, whatever it is. Okay, guys. Let me get a little closer so you can see what's going on. We're going to take our object of interest. We're going to put it as far out in front of you as you can. So whatever that length is going to be, you're going to keep your eyes on it, but you're going to drop your chin very quickly. So you'll be here and you're going to go. But your eyes need to stay glued to this. So when you drop your chin, you do not drop your vision as well. You have to be able to look. And then we're going to take about 4 seconds to bring our head back up. Now we're going to do this 4 times. So what I want you to do before we start our count is just to do one to see how you react. So you're going to be here and you're going to keep your eyes on it. And you're going to drop your chin as fast as you can because you want to determine now, do you need to slow it down? Have you done something to cause an issue back here? Because you don't want to do it if you're going to hurt yourself. So if you're doing this and you're like, okay, I can't do that, you simply drop slower. Okay, so do your test one if you haven't already done it. Good. All right, here we go. We're going to do 5 of these. We will drop and then we will count up for 4 and then we will drop again. Ready? And drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and drop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Drop. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And that's just to help your eyes and the back of your neck. It helps loosen some things up by letting your eyes rotate in your head. Okay. We're going to do some movement now. And what I want you to do is take your weights. All right. So let's everybody get our weights. We're going to use them on the floor now. If you do not have good lower floor peripheral vision, you may not want to use your weights. You may want to just imagine some spots or slap a couple of Post-its on the floor that are different colors from your floor, but you're in center space. You'll take one step out to the side, put a weight down, one step out to the side, put a weight down. Now make sure both in front of, on the outer edges, and behind the weight, you have clearance that you're not going to bump into something. For me, I have to be aware of the fact that there's a chair right there. So I'm going to actually roll this one in for me a little bit more so that I don't run into that object. And I might kick this one out a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to walk a figure 8. So I want you just to turn and walk a normal figure 8. So you're going to turn, you're going to let your body, your nose lead you through this. Come back to center. And now we're going to go the other direction. We're going to go this way, make the figure 8 and come back to center. So you're just letting your nose lead. Go all the way around. Let your head adapt, because I know that some people tend to get dizzy going in circles. So what we're going to do now that you know what your figure 8s are, we're going to walk through it with keeping our hips facing forward and our nose facing forward. All right. So we're going to go to the right to begin with. Go right forward of your weight. You may have to cross your feet. Make your way around the weight. Okay. Hips got to stay forward. Face has to stay forward. Come back to your center space. All right. So you're having to move around this, keeping your body facing a certain direction. So you're working on peripheral vision. Do you know where these things are? We're going to go the other way now. So you're going to go left forward in front of the weight. And then, of course, you'll continue and finish our little infinity sign. All right. So we're going to do this 2 more times. We're going to go 2 to the right and then 2 to the left. Now, I'm going to make one correction for me, and I'm just going to move the chair out of my range, because if you're feeling at all crowded, then you will be a little bit more tentative in your stepping, and I want you to feel comfortable in what you're doing. So we're going to do 2 to the right first. So that means you do right and then left, right and then left, and you complete both loops. Go. And by keeping your head forward, it also takes away a lot of that going in a circular motion that can affect you. And finish it up. All right. Once you get back in your home space. Okay. So what I want you to think about now, we're going to go left forward. Keep your hips and your face facing your camera. If you're turning away, you're doing a normal one. We're not doing the normal one. We're doing the one where we have to make our body move through space without us turning to go that direction. Okay. That's what I want you to work on. If you're not confident with it, that's fine. Do a normal one. Okay. 2 to the left, go. So you want to keep your whole body facing front the whole time. Good, good. One more time. Good. All right, and get back to your home space. Excellent. Okay, let's pick these guys up off the floor. We're going to use them. We're going to go into our 10-minute blast. So make sure everything is set. We are going to be using our chair towards the end of the 10-minute blast. And we are not starting with weights. So go ahead and put those on your chair if that's what you need to do. All right. Let me get some music going here. Okay. So our first thing, let me do the quick rundown. We're going to do jacks, and you have the option to do seated jacks, standing jacks, any kind of jacks that you want. We are doing them for a minute. So pace yourselves. Then we were going to pick up our weights, and we're going to do biceps and overhead press, whatever kind of combo you want to do on that. Then we're going to do our hip hinges. The first 10 seconds will be spent stretching. We will do front arm and side arm raise, any combination of that. We are going to be doing left leg lunge for one section, right leg lunge for a section. We are going to use the chair for a sit down, stand up, pick up overhead. And then we're going to do abs. And so that's all in 1 minute sections. So thinking of jacks is the first thing that we're doing. I have to make one quick little change because I made it on my board and I made it on my rounds. Yay! I was ahead of the game. We have a 5-second countdown. And let me make sure I'm right there. 5-second countdown. 3, 2, 1, and jacks. Whatever jacks you choose to do, whether you're doing a full arm jack or a step jack, you can do a kick leg jack. Remember, arms. So many arms. Knees. Good. You can even do a kick jack if you wanted to. Kick jack, back. I'm just trying to entertain myself with seeing how many I can do. But that's the fun of this, is you know what your arms are doing. You can even double time march. If you don't want to do overhead, open and close. We can call this the power jack move. Good. 3, 2, 1. All right, shake out your arms. Pick up your weights. We're going to do bicep curl and overhead press. Remember, on overhead press, only as high as you want to go. Only as high as you can go. Curls. Here we go. And start. And I'm going to probably go from a bicep into an overhead press. But remember, if you want to spend more time on bicepping, you can totally do that. If you want to go to overhead press and just do this, you can totally do that. You've got the whole minute to play with what do you want to do here. So I'm going to do several different things, which will allow you to do several different things. The bicep I'm doing currently is a regular bicep, and then I have a twist on my overhead press. So my knuckles turn and face out on the press, and then I turn them back in for my curl. And I'm going to do a couple of heavy-duty biceps where I'm bringing my elbows up after I've done my lift. I'm going to lift and then elbows because I know we have an overhead press coming at the end. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to go into hip hinge. So everybody go into their hip hinge stance position that they like. Go ahead and begin to roll your hips back, belly button towards your thighs. Head and neck at neutral. Find your hamstrings. 3, 2, 1. We're going to do 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and you begin your gentle pulse here. Keeping a good back, okay? Whenever you need to, you stand up, do a quick breath, and you come back down. So we've been doing this long enough that you can probably get through this with no issues. Good. Three, 2, 1. Roll it up. Do your heel lifts and your knee lifts real quickly. And then pick up your weights. We're going to do front arm, side arm. I had to pick up my thing. I couldn't see it. All right. Remember to keep a little bit of a bend. Good core. Front arms and then side arms. Ready? Steady. Go. I'm going to do singles, mainly because I have a lot of work to do today, but I'll do a couple of doubles. Here's the fun part. You can do it any way you want. You can single the whole thing, or you can throw in a couple of doubles here and there. Remember, at shoulder, not above. Always keeping that arm slightly bent. You don't want to lock it out. Good. Again, you have the freedom to do whatever combo you want to do. If you want to do 2 and 2 and 2 and 2, you can do that. All right. We still have a couple of seconds to go on our count. I mean, if you wanted to change the pattern where you did here and then here and then in here and here, that's totally okay. Have fun with it. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go into left leg lunge. If you need to set a chair so that you can brace on it, have that to help you keep good posture, totally fine. But we're going to take that left leg back into toe position. 4, 3, 2, and press your heel to the floor to begin with. So we'll spend the first 10 seconds doing the heel press, warming up the back of our leg. Good. Take it back a little further. Try your heel press again. You may not be able to get all the way there because of how long your leg is back. Good. And at this point, you're going to let that back leg bend just a little bit. Your front knee is going to bend a little bit more, but you're already in good position. And if you want to go lower, you can do that on your own time. I mean, and this is your time. You can do this. You don't have to wait for me. Good upper body posture. You don't want to be leaning into your lunge. You don't want to be doing this because you take away from the back leg movement. Good job, guys. Almost done. 3, 2, 1. Press up and give that leg a good shake, a lift, a couple of foot circles, hips, and let's step back into our toe position for our right leg, where you can press your heel to the floor. So we've got to warm up this leg. 3, 2, 1. Press to the floor. We'll do 10 seconds here. Good. And now we want to adjust a little bit further back and still try to press to the floor. We get the back of the leg warmed up. And then from this position, you stay on your toe and you let your knee bend. Now, again, we're going to stay here for about 30 seconds. Not 30 seconds, 10 seconds. And then from this point, you get to decide how low you want to go. You can hold this position that I'm in the whole time. Totally fine. Good. Almost done. Woo. 3, 2, 1. Take that leg out. Pick it up. Circle. All right. Get your chair and your weights. Sit down on the front edge of your chair. Get your feet set because you're going to stand up. Arms are nice and long. All right. You're going to reach. Touch the floor, stand up and overhead press. Come down, sit down, a good reach. You may or may not touch the floor depending on what your hips and back are doing. So you're going to go up and down. But when you go forward, down, make sure your back is in good hip hinge position. Excellent. We're more than halfway done. So this is our multi-plane. Doing a bunch of things here. Hips, arms, legs, abs. It's all working. Got time for one more? Here we go. Press it up. And we're going to go ahead and just sit down And our break has begun. All right, we're going to do abs. We're already in position. Feet are out to 45. Take the toes out just a little bit. Bring those weights here. Depending on the size, lace your fingers. Go from 90 to 80. Right here's your belly button. And we're going to turn in our Russian twist and go. You're here, center, here, center. So we're revisiting our spinal rotation. If you want more rotation, take the chin with, okay? Take it towards the shoulder that's moving. Good. Halfway there. And my weights are moving from my belly button to my hip with my elbow going behind me. I'm on that 80-degree, 75 tilt. Good, 10 seconds left. Three, two, and one. All right. Go ahead and put your weights down, and if you moved your chair into the middle of your space, go ahead and move it back out. We're going to revisit our figure eights. Now, you don't have to put your weights down this time. You kind of know where your spacing is. You can imagine it. So, with nothing to trip over, we're going to do our figure eights one more time. And I want you, so we're going right, you're going to put your right hand over here. And that's why we don't have anything on the floor, because you can't actually see. Now, my hand is not covering my eye. It is simply blocking my forward vision, not my peripheral vision. All right. I also have a microphone in my way, so that doesn't help. And I'm going to go to the right 2 times, keeping myself facing forward the whole time. Here we go, everybody. To the right, walk your circles, make your infinity, your sideways figure eight. You're going to do it 2 times. Good. Be mindful of your feet. Complete the loop. Excellent. Come back to center. Hand down. Blink a couple of times so that you get your vision back. And guess what? Going to the left, covering the left eye. Again, my hand is open so I can see out the side. So you're not cupping your eye and blocking your vision entirely. Here we go. To the left 2 times. Pretend like you know where your dots are, because you do. They're in your head. Make your other loop. Here we go. And come back to center. All right, hands down. Let's revisit our drill that we did at the beginning. So get your object of looky-loos. This time you're going to put it in your other hand. So whatever hand you had it in, you're going to do the other hand this time. Remember, we're going to keep our eyes on the top of the pen, drop our chin, and count up for 4. So we'll do it. We'll call it a 5 count. So down will be 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5 will be our coming up. Here we go. Ready? And down. 2, 3, 4, 5. 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 Last one. And down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and put your arm down for just a minute. Let your thing. Let's go ahead and do a little bit more visual tracking. So I want you going to wide stance. All right. Probably thinking, why? Why not? All right. So using the same hand, bring this here. Looking forward the whole time. You're going to take this up until it runs to gets out of your peripheral tracking. Okay. So go up and then go down until it goes out of your peripheral tracking, and then go across, which is harder with one hand because you can still see it, can't you? And go up here and then bring it across right out of peripheral tracking. So I can see my hand, but I can't see the highlighter. Bring it in, switch it out, start up here. We're going to go up until it's outside of my tracking. I can see my hand. I'm going to go down. All right. And then go across. I can see a little bit of it here. and then back to the point, and then take it up till I can't see. I can see my hand, but I can't see the pen, and bring it down. All right. Come in. This time, doesn't matter which hand you're using. In fact, let's do both hands. Bring both hands in. All you're going to do is keep the pin here and keep that pin in sight. Turn, 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 turn. How far can you turn before you lose it? Hold it there. And then gently bring it back to center. Hold it there. And we're going to go the other way. How far can you go and keep it in sight? And come back to center. Woo. Put this guy down. How many of you are going, my eyes hurt more than anything else now? So you can kind of, do the little temple thingy, which I can't do because the microphone and my glasses in the way. All right. Go back to that wide stance that we were doing a while ago. Go as wide as you feel comfortable with, that you're not going to hurt yourself. And we're going to roll the hips back, bend the knees, take the elbows to the knees, sit into the forward squat here, stretching your inner thighs and out of your pelvis, out of your hips for 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your right hand towards your left shoe and then press your left arm up and hold it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your left arm down, take it to the elbow to knee, swing back to center, hold it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand towards the right foot, right hand up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Elbow down, come back to center for 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll your chin up and drop your hips just a little bit. There you go. Hands on your thighs if you need to. Restack your hips as you're coming up. Shake your legs out, heel toe, walk in. Give those legs a good little shake out, little hip hula. And for the other way. All right. Arms. Go ahead and bring one arm across. One step closer. You want to brace at the bone, not the elbow. Brace at the bone so that way your elbow can bend. And just bring it in. Let your hand relax. You don't want to hurt yourself here. Fold this hand so you come over your shoulder. Give yourself a pat on the back. And we're going to do a little bit of a lift. And down. As you go down, just relax and then let everything unfold. Roll your shoulders. All right, other arm. Remember, bracing at the bone of the arm, not the elbow itself, and then let your hand relax. So you're holding it here. Fold this arm over. Give yourself a pat on the back. And then we're going to lift it. Ready? Here we go. Hold it. And then let it sink down. All right, and then we're going to let everything gently unfold. We're going to roll our shoulders back and our shoulders forward and back and forward. Give it a good shake out. You guys, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate your time. And we will catch you on the flip side.